Fort Wayne, Indiana is situated 3 hours southeast of Chicago and 2 hours north of Indianapolis. It's hard to believe that a town so close in proximity to cities that draw in big musical acts on a regular basis could have a musical aura of its own. Although Fort Wayne doesn't have as defined a sound as the twangy Nashville country, distorted LA garage rock, or the archetypal New Orleans blues, it does have a profusion of indie rock, electronic, and punk that helps keep many local bars and musical venues afloat. Not to mention Fort Wayne's music festival Middle Waves that celebrates local artists as well as national acts. During this year's Middle Waves, I had the opportunity to speak with local musicians about how they feel the festival is transforming the downtown art scene and the way people think about Fort Wayne as a location for music.
It's not just music in Fort Wayne, but Fort Wayne as a city, I think, is growing, and there's more stuff to do. People are interested in living downtown. There's more of a push to make Fort Wayne a cool place for art and culture.
You know, that's the point that Middle Waves is trying to drive home, is that, you know, we're not a flyover city. You know, I mean, we're a destination. We're a city of 250,000 people. Like, there's no reason that we can't have a music festival, and it can't be a place where people, you know, make it a point to stop.
Despite all of the excitement surrounding Middle Waves, there are still some that don't believe the festival has the momentum to make Fort Wayne a musical destination.
But you also have to keep in mind that, like, every other town our size has a music festival. So it's not like that one specific thing's going to put it on the map, per se.
Being a part of Middle Waves inspired me to learn more about the history of local music in Fort Wayne, where it came from, how it's changed, and the role within the community.
In the early 2000s, Fort Wayne was not known for its original music scene, at least that we could see anywhere. It was very much a party/cover culture, and you could survive a little bit as long as you were playing covers, doing some crowd-pleasing things like that. Wasn't a whole lot of places in those days for original music with any sort of audience.
The art scene in Fort Wayne is drastically different than what it was even, I would say, 5 years ago. It's significantly different than what it was 10 years ago. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that as Fort Wayne grows and becomes bigger, and we invest more time and more energy and more weight into our creative community, and realize that it's not only important from a cultural aspect, but it's also important from an economic aspect.
People have already begun to invest in the future of Fort Wayne's music and art scene. I spoke with Jonathan Brown at his new storefront, Collective State, to see the contribution he's making to local music.
Collective State is a locally sourced community retail space. It's all 100% locally made artists, music, goods, everything. The goal of this is to help sustain the creative community in Fort Wayne and provide them a location year-round to have their work, have it on display, have it for sale, help lay them out in relation to other artists in their community.
Jonathan wants to center the store around the community and make local art accessible and affordable to the general public.
We carry just about everything we can possibly carry as far as our local arts community goes. There's not a lot of opportunity as a person in Fort Wayne to get local music. It's not available very many places. If you're not a typical show goer to a bar, typically, your ability to pick up local music, local merch, t-shirts, all that stuff is very limited. So it's crazy that we haven't had that till now.
In addition to Collective State, there are numerous other music-based projects happening around Fort Wayne. University of St. Francis has opened a downtown music technology campus. Neat, a local record shop, has invested in an all-ages performance arts center. The Clyde, a 1950s vacant movie theater, is being renovated into a 2,200-capacity, multi-functioning performance arts center. Although some doubt the potential of Fort Wayne, it seems the city is well on its way to becoming a musical destination within the region. I'm Abigail Boylan with the Point 91 FM. Thank you for listening.